let's start the show where we need to. Did you see that game on Monday night? Actually, let me rephrase. Did you see that finish on Monday night, week 15, once again coming to a close with a bang? The Seattle Seahawks stun the Philadelphia Eagles 20-17 up at Lumen Field with some literal last-minute heroics. Monday Night Football continuing to deliver the goods. 7 straight weeks that the underdog has gotten a shocking win, and none more entertaining than this finish for the Seattle Seahawks, sending Philadelphia to a 3rd straight loss. But as I mentioned, it's all about how you finish, because let's be honest, not all games are great all the way through. Sometimes you're taking notes for a podcast. Maybe you're looking idly at your phone, counting the minutes, counting the hours until bedtime. I guess I'll see this thing through to the end. But this wasn't like a banger of a game for, I would say, 85% of it. This very much felt like a Philadelphia Eagles team that was trying to go up and get its season on track on a rainy night on the road and just say, all right, man, what do we got to do to meet the bare minimum threshold for a win? And I can't say I blame them. Again, 2 straight losses to 2 NFC rivals. Their quarterback, Jalen Hurts, is sick. He's sick enough that he made his own travel arrangements. The defense is banged up. Darius Slay had a surgery. They change out the D coordinator. Sean Desai essentially gets demoted. I get it. Get up to Seattle, get the win, get the hell out of there. And that's what it looked like. The Eagles looked like they were going to play ball control and just get out of here. 3 scoring drives of 12+ plays and 5+ minutes, grinding it out, classic Philadelphia style. The Eagles never led by more than 10 in this game, and most of the time it was 7 points or less. But the thing that made this game not all that compelling is the Seahawks have problems of their own. Geno Smith's been dealing with an injury right before kickoff. Drew Lock is revealed as the starter, and the offense at times looked like it was playing with a backup quarterback. Not only did Seattle punt 5 times on the night, all 5 of those possessions went 5 yards or less. With very few exceptions, this just wasn't an explosive offense. So even in a game that was 17-10, 17-13, never felt like it was in doubt. And even when the Eagles were forced to punt, they're up 17-13. They punt just before the 2-minute warning. It still felt like this was going to an unimpressive but foregone conclusion. Another sloppy Eagles win, but what else is new? They've been doing that all season long. They punt the ball just before the 2-minute warning. It's downed at the Seattle 8-yard line, and that's when you say, okay, I've barely seen the Seahawks string together anything tonight. You expect me to believe that they're going to pull off a 92-yard drive with the game on the line with 1.5 minutes to play? Well, you know the answer to that, don't you? And it's even more incredible because as the broadcast showed us, the Seahawks had just 2 touchdown drives of 80+ yards on the season. And that was with Geno Smith in the lineup. Felt over. And then Drew Lock got them out of their own red zone with 18 yards to DK Metcalf. And then he picks up a short little 6-yard completion. Nothing fancy, but okay, they're moving the ball. And then it gets really interesting when DK gets the 34-yarder down the sideline to move it into Philly territory. DK Metcalf, 3 catches, 58 yards with the game on the line. And then, having moved into position, 30-something seconds to play, ball on the Philly 29-yard line. It's all there for you. Drew Lock uncorks a gorgeous go ball to Jackson Smith and Jigba. No safety help over the top. Perfect play call. It's Jackson Smith and Jigba's 3rd touchdown of the season. It's actually his 2nd touchdown of the season for the game-winning points inside the final minute. He did it against Cleveland too. All-time moment at Lumen Field up in Seattle. And that is saying a lot. When you think about the memories that have been made there during the Pete Carroll era specifically, I'm not saying it's better than Richard Sherman in the NFC title game. I'm not saying it's better than Jermaine Kearse in the next NFC title game. I get it. There have been some all-timers up there. As far as regular season wins go, it's right up there at the top. Julian Love gets his second interception of Jalen Hurts to kill this thing off in the final seconds. Woo! Not going to say what a game, but what a finish. Clearly, I'm still buzzing on the adrenaline. I don't have anything at stake in this. Just a wild, wild ending, a fun ending, a cool moment for Drew Lock. He's clearly emotional in the post-game interview. The Seahawks playoff chances just get a shot in the arm. It jumped, I think it was down at 14% heading into the night that they make the playoffs. Now a 45% chance roughly that they make it as an NFC wild card. Obviously, San Francisco's already locked up the division, but the NFC wild card race wide the hell open. And the Eagles slink back to Philadelphia on a 3-game skid, looking very much like a team that doesn't have answers right now. I would like to suggest some for Nick Sirianni in Philadelphia. I will say credit to the Seahawks, but I can't help but go back to the Eagles' opening possession in the fourth quarter of this game. Up 4, 10 minutes to play. Like I said, Seahawks offense hasn't given you a ton of reason to stress. But what do the Eagles do? Whether it's offensive coordinator Brian Johnson, Nick Sirianni, I'm not sure. But they get a 4-play drive. 3 of those play calls are passes. And the last of them is the worst one of all, a 45-yard heave to the end zone. That's Julian Love's first interception. Completely changes the tenor of this game. And the Seahawks didn't even do anything with the ball, but it's a costly turnover that didn't need to happen. Run the damn ball, Eagles. It's raining. Your quarterback's sick. Take a page out of the Bills playbook from Sunday. Run the damn ball. It gives life to the crowd, and you know what that means in a building like Seattle's. I thought it was a series of decisions that opened a door that didn't need to be open. The Eagles had the lead for roughly 53 of 60 minutes on Monday night. They averaged 5 yards per carry, roughly 4.7, I think exactly, with DeAndre Swift leading the way. And despite that, and despite the fact that Jalen Hurts was sick enough to book his own flight to Seattle, they attempted 31 passes on the night. Maybe reconsider. Maybe lean into strength of this team, which is the offensive line, the run game. Jalen Hurts looked fairly mobile in this game, had some nice moments as a runner. That's what I'm pondering as the Eagles try to right this ship. And they still can. There's plenty of time. It is a 3-game losing streak, but 2 games against the New York Giants and a game against the Arizona Cardinals. There's still plenty of opportunity for them to rebound, but not until they get some answers, particularly to what's bugging them on offense. Maybe it starts with just running the damn ball and accepting that an ugly win is still a win. It served you all the way through the early stretch of the season. It feels like it's gotten away here in crunch time. It's bad news for the Birds. I'm not going to say the NFC East race is wide open, but it is certainly back in play. The Cowboys are at least temporarily on top of the division with this loss. Both teams sitting at 10-4. I can't even wrap my head around all the tiebreakers because there would be a lot of them if both teams win out. But that's still a long way away, given how the Eagles are playing right now. They need to do some soul searching, or else this snowball feels like it's going to get even bigger, regardless of how bad the opposition is heading down the home stretch. So that's maybe my thoughts to ponder for Nick Sirianni, for the Eagles offense as they try to get off this skid. But Seattle Seahawks, thank you for the unlooked for adrenaline as we move into week 16.